Assalamualaikum, my name is SHAHKIREN bin Hassan. Here I am to give a speech about special license for high power vehicle for car owner. Believe it or not, many drivers still do not have a driver license. Did you know the unlicensed drivers contribute to high road accident in Malaysia? In addition, among the contributors to the rate of road accident are accidents involving high power car or as known as supercar. Nowadays, there are many high power car on Malaysia road. Malaysians can now afford to buy it compared to the past. It is not impossible that the high power car is driven slowly. Of course, they drive is very fast to feel the power of the car. I know driving a high power car is fine. The faster it goes, the more challenging you can feel. Now, the percentage of road accident involving high power car is increasing. This is because the owner of the car is not able to control the high power of the car and causes accidents such as losing control, hitting other cars, and many more. Not all owners of high power car can control their car as well. As the saying goes, money cannot buy skill. So without wasting time, I will start sharing with you the problem when you don't have a high power car license. Supercar may be cool, but they definitely not the most practical vehicle to own, and even worse, if you have a supercar but don't have a license to drive it. Supercar has excessive power that can control by competent and trained driver only. They are difficult to drive. Failure to control the supercar has a bad impact on the driver. Even worse, it can involve loss of life. They can prove unwieldy and hard to control. One might even get a speeding ticket for failing to handle their supercar properly. Owners should count out driving their supercar anywhere but a racetrack if they want to take it for a spin. This is not a car you use to go somewhere. It's a car you take out of your house and drive around for a while before you return to your house. You do not go to the mall in it. You don't take it to dinner. You can pick up anything significant and you cannot transport more than one person. It's not a vehicle you use. It's a toy to be played with it. Supercar are not comfort to drive for the people who are not familiar with such a driving. Supercar are not luxury vehicle. They may have some luxury component, but in the end, they are performance vehicle. A supercar offers a unique driving experience that unmatched. All the performance and thrill a driver could even want are jam-packed into a stylish performance car. The only problem is that driver may not want to sit it for very long. The performance comes at a price comfort. A supercar will be just fine for a long road trip or a fun track day, but you do not want to be stuck in it. Let's say a 458 Italia sitting in downtown traffic on a Friday afternoon trying to get home from work. The sport seat found in most supercars are usually a bit too engaging to be comfortable when you are not moving. And the suspension on most supercars is quite rough, and you will really feel every single imperfection in the road. Driving the car is not very enjoyable unless you are an empty winding back road. In cities, you have to contend with potholes, road debris, cars, and other drivers who are not checking their mirror at all, let alone looking for a sport car that barely sits 4 inches off the ground. Blind spots are significant and the suspension is harsh. Ordinary city streets are cringeworthy and filled with bumps you never even know when there. It's not until you get out away from crowd and bad road, an inattentive driver, that you can enjoy a car like this. More supercar is coming with the manual transmission. The owner must have to learn how to drive manual transmission car. Manual gearbox are not as common as they used to be. Once the standard way of driving, the general public has longer converted to the convenience of automatic transmission. As a result, drivers have become accustomed to driving this way. Many see a supercar and forget that it's a manual stick shift top. Even more, the clutch tend to bear a stiffer quality, which is to ensure longevity when driving at high RPMs. Owners forget that the difficult curve goes up in a supercar. I am sure that most of the problems that I mentioned earlier happen to all of the supercar owners. Now, I want to share with you the importance to take a high power car license. A new licensing scheme for motorists who want to drive elite high-power supercar or sport car. In order to obtain the license, driver will need to comply with specific training and other requirements similar to the motorcycle and truck license. With the number of reckless drivers on the road this day, I think that having an extra barrier of entry to driving a high-power vehicle. In addition to just being feverish, could definitely help with making the public road a little safer for everyone else. At the very least, advanced driver training courses should be mandatory for every supercar purchase, so the driver can more easily understand the limit of the car and their own abilities. By promoting an affordable price to have this special license to all supercar owners who want to buy a supercar, so having this special license bring good benefit to the supercar owner himself. What's wrong if we take the license and comply with the law set? Have a high-power vehicle license will benefit you in so many ways. By having this license, supercar owner will be more confident to drive it on the road because they have gained efficient driving skill. The owner will feel certified if they have the special driver license. If supercar owner don't care about this, they will suffer the severe impact that was mentioned in the description of the lack of having a license a moment ago. The owner will drive as they please because they are not taught driving discipline and they will also be convicted. Now, it's time for you to decide whenever you want to take the special license or not. After all of this, taking the special license will bring many benefits to supercar owner. In addition to existing owner, anyone who want to own a supercar must also take this special license before driving. Imagine if the owner already had this license. Everything will be smooth if you drive a supercar and have this special license. All your driving methods will be smooth. So, what are you waiting for, the supercar owner? Let's get this special license to make yourself more certified when driving.